The inconspicuous artisan of your well-being. That is how the brand we're talking about today describes itself. If you haven't yet heard of the Canadian brand Groom, well, then you really wouldn't be alone, honestly, because up until recently, I hadn't heard of them either. This is a brand out of Montreal that produces their stuff in-house and has a wide variety of offerings, and I've got to tell you honestly, I was not ready for what I saw when I tested out a product from their lineup. All right, as always, welcome back to the channel and my bathroom, and coming through the looking glass today is the styling clay from Groom, and I chose this one specifically to look at because, as you know, I'm a big clay fan. I love me some clays, and I really think you can tell a lot about a lineup based on how they do their clay, and according to the brand, this is a water-based clay that offers all-day hold and texture with a matte finish. They also specifically list this as great for fine hair, but also say it's good for all hair types. Price-wise, we are looking at 2 ounces for $27 Canadian, which is about $21.52 or so US dollars. The scent now is listed on their site as a citrus and sage. It's a very familiar scent, actually. I've smelt this a lot on a bunch of different product lines like Sheer Revival, for example, or O'Dowd. So it's a very familiar scent. It's very light, it's not overwhelming or heavy on the nose, and you really can't smell it at all when it's in the hair. Inside the jar now, we've got a very satisfying and smooth clay. It's got some definite body to it. It's not overly creamy. It's got some nice thickness to it. It's very satisfying to scoop out. It's got just that tiny bit of creaminess. I'm using it now though on dry hair as usual. This is where things got really interesting for me. As soon as I added in the first scoop, the entire picture that I had of this clay completely changed. I mean, it just went right out the window. It went from smooth and slightly creamy to like super glue. I mean, it's dry, it's tacky, it's sticky, it's grippy, it's got all kinds of tug and pull. And you can really see it for yourself. Look how instantly it takes my hair up and puts it right into place. You can really see how strong this product is. I had hairs flying left and right with this stuff. It was kind of insane how the hold just crept up on you like that. It came completely out of nowhere. After working it in a little bit though, things did settle down just a tad. I noticed it kind of turned into a more of a dry presentation instead of being so tacky, so I was able to comb it and shape it up, but I do think that dryness made it a bit hard to get the hold to really distribute the product 100% into the hair. It did really well going across the top, but it didn't quite go down into the roots because it was so powerful on top. But I do think it was able to get through my hair enough that I was able to produce a style that really demonstrates its abilities and attributes. Here's now a look at the end of day results. That means 8 hours into the day. We can see there's still a hell of a lot going on here, as you probably expected. I mean, it has loosened a little. I will give you that. It has loosened a little. Some of the power did lift. That's easy to see. But when I run my hands through my hair, I actually still feel a lot left in there. I mean, that dryness is still there in full force. I can really still feel it. And overall, things are looking great. It's not really fallen down, so the shape is overall still there. And it can even be restyled with a comb, which I think is a solid win for this clay. The washout now, they do say this one will need a light shampoo. I actually thought pretty much all of it came out with water, but I did feel a tiny bit in there, so I do agree one shampoo is needed, but even a light cleanser will work, but one shampoo overall will be needed with this product. Finally now, after doing all the testing on this clay, what I see here is one hell of a clay. I have to say I'm very impressed with what I see here as the first product from this lineup. I have to say it really reminds me of some of other things that we've seen from other brands, you know, like Sheer Revival, for example, but this one easily had 2 to 3 times more hold and dryness. This one really turned the dial up on that. I will though say that for some of you, I could see the dryness intact or that tug and pull being problematic based on some of the feedback I've gotten from you guys in previous reviews, but I would still highly recommend this to anyone who loves clay products no matter the hair type. That though is what I see with the styling clay from Groom. As usual though, the final verdict is up to you, and if you'd like to check this out or anything else from this brand, there will be a link in the description as usual. And while you're there, make sure you do the usual for me: like, comment, and subscribe. That's very important. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much in advance for doing that. Take it easy. I'll see you next time.